Good morning.
Friday, 10:30 for us.
All right. So I was just reading those comments. Like, okay, those were from last time. Let's fix this real quick.
What's that?
There we go.
Whoa. What happened to the...
It's coming back.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah. So I don't know. The reading the past messages confuses me. So yeah, we got a little thing to talk about. We haven't been doing many streams because all we would do is basically rail on our government, and eventually we would get locked up. The situation was as follows. So 2 weeks ago, we had an issue with Omicron here in Hong Kong, and basically the government threatened to do like mass testing and quarantines and like forced lockdowns and all this shit. So people got super scared and basically stayed at home and locked themselves in.
Or get the fuck out of Hong Kong.
Or get the fuck out of Hong Kong, or get sick and then, get quarantined anyway. So yeah, basically Omicron ravaged through Hong Kong 2 weeks ago. Now, the peak was at 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Following this, there was an outbreak in Shenzhen on the mainland Chinese side of the border, right? And as many of you might have realized by now, they shut everything down. Like, no fucking questions asked. Like,
You can't go to work. You can't leave your house. If you have to leave your house, you need to be tested or have a permit of some kind.
yeah, if you don't have a toilet at home, you gotta shit in a cup. Oh man. Anyway, so this happened. That was also last week, right?
It ended last week. Or actually,
It ended this week, yeah.
So so that was like last Monday.
Exactly. So following this, like, our borders are complete fucking chaos. We are starting to receive items again from China, but there was none for like 10 days.
Just to give you guys a perspective, something you order from China normally would take around 2 days to get here. Right now it's going to take 2 weeks. I'm saying from China to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Considering how close we are, we're fucking connected.
So 2 days instead of 2 weeks instead of 2 days.
That 2 weeks joke.
Yeah, that 2 weeks jokes is not getting any funnier. A friend of mine actually, he ordered from Amazon and I ordered from Taobao, which is like the Chinese eBay basically. And his stuff arrived yesterday and my stuff hasn't even shipped yet. Like, it hasn't even been picked up yet because they're so backlogged. So yeah, this is the situation right now. It's clearing up basically. Like, there is no reason why there should be any further delays because everybody who's gonna get COVID has had COVID. That statement is not gonna age well in like 3 weeks when like Omicron C15 comes out. So yeah, it's like it's a new release. Hot off a fucking pig's ass.
New patch coming in.
Yeah. It's the beta. So yeah, things are clearing up on our end. So we're mainly talking about the supply side because that affects us directly.
Yeah, in terms of production,
in terms
and
of
everything.
Well, yeah.
basically.
So we're chasing the packages so that we can get the stuff, right? But what affects us indirectly is the customers who've ordered from us. We shipped those.
Oh,
Sorry.
don't pick the wrong one.
Remind me tomorrow. Don't update the computer now. Fly Nasty, I'll get to it in a second. So the shipping we shipped all the packages out frequently, and they're all like in a warehouse, and that warehouse has to link to China to update the tracking numbers, right?
Yeah.
Or to put on the labels. And so these guys are fucking backlogged because they weren't working for a week. And yeah, it's been like steadily improving, but some of the packages, like if you ordered, or if your package was shipped 2 weeks ago, you had, again, 2 weeks, you had the worst possible fucking time because the packages got shipped to the warehouse, and then they shut down and they didn't process it. So your tracking information will show that the label has been created, but there are no further tracking updates, basically. So your label gets created on the FedEx server or on the DHL server or UPS server. It gets created the minute we ship the package out, but the package actually gets applied and then pickup scanned at a third-party warehouse. And we'll probably have to talk about that in another episode. So anyway,
Sounds like you need Jimmy.
sounds like you need Jimmy. No, Jimmy never helps. Okay, Jimmy never helps. He just adds humor to the situation.
So they have no more excuses, right? Well, here's the fun part. Like, you can never tell.
Yeah, you can never tell. You can never tell what's gonna happen next, and I don't know. They fucked this up so bad. I have trouble imagining how they could fuck it up worse. But yeah, again, this is not gonna age well. I already know, because so far it's gone from bad to worse.
Oh, Double A. How are you doing? Hope you're getting better, man.
What happened?
He was in the hospital.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. On another note, on a lighter note, like our quarantine restrictions just got reduced from 14 days to 7 days. So if we travel abroad and come back to Hong Kong, we only have to go to a special fucking hotel for 7 days. Following that, only, yeah, it's so fucking generous that you only have to pay like $2,000 instead of now what used to be $4,000. But the problem is, because it only got reduced to 1 week, now everybody wants to fucking leave, and you can't get any hotels anymore. So people who are stranded outside of the country still are stranded outside of the country until August, because all the hotels until August are booked.
Not you. Oh shit, my bad, man. Must have gotten confused. Sorry, my bad.
Wasn't it? No, it wasn't Double A. It was Derek, Double D. No, Derek Brown, right? Yeah.
Okay. My bad, man. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him. Anyway, so yeah, this is the situation. We're hoping that the quarantine restrictions will be lifted further to like 7 days home quarantine or something. Where
You sent me a link to a petition?
Yeah. I hope you fucking signed it.
I signed it, yeah.
All right. And not like it's gonna help, but you know, it's better than it's better than the fucking link where you can smash a fucking shoe across her face, right? So yeah, we're waiting. We will be able to travel again and attend events once the restrictions will be further reduced to 7 days home quarantine, which is what would make sense, because if you test positive right now, they're like so fucking whelmed that they're just gonna send you home and they tell you stay at home for 7 days. So like, if you test positive here, you can home quarantine. If you test negative on arrival, you have to quarantine in a hotel for the same amount of time. Makes no fucking sense.
Do you have to wear the bracelet?
I don't think they have enough bracelets.
The tracking device?
I don't think they have enough bracelets. And there's like, yeah, you can get around it.
Right.
You might have to dislocate your thumb, but it's fucking worth it. So yeah, Kevin, this should answer the question whether we will be able to attend I/O and any other fucking events. Okay, so Fly Nasty asked about the update on the Mambo and Edge TX. So a lot of people are asking about Edge TX support. I just want to make it fucking clear. The Edge TX team has said that they would merge with, or that they would support it, right? However, our promise was that we would do OpenTX, and this is still what we're working on. So we are currently merging against like a branch is like half OpenTX, half EdgeTX, as far as I remember. But yeah, that thing has been ongoing for quite some time. We were scheduled to do it in December, and then there were just some like last minute delays, and then a little something like the invasion of Ukraine happened, and things basically like for 2 months they were not looking pretty, right? Like, you guys know about this, or 3 months or 4 months now. You guys know about this since the last 3 to 4 weeks, but this has been like there was a slow and steady build up at the border, and if you live in a border town, you're not going to be able to focus very well when when the Russians are like fucking. I just remember it, like when I was in school. I went to school in Germany, and I don't know, there was like always this saying like the Russians are coming. It was like when shit was about to hit the fan, it's like the Russians are coming. Die Russen kommen! Die Russen kommen! So yeah, those guys were like that, but like for real, you know. I asked him about a month ago and almost started crying. P.S. Patrick, thank you very much. What's up with the MFE Fighter? Okay. For those of you that don't know about my personal life, I don't know, like I have these crazy project ideas that will take up all of my time. I can't talk about the current project, but so there's like always like 1 or 2 little ideas per year that will occupy all of my free time for a certain amount of time, just because like it entertains me. So the MFE Fighter is on hold for a while. Well, actually not for a while. It's on hold until April 14th. And then I will continue on this project. So on April 14th, my other project will be concluded. I've been doing a lot of projects I can't talk about recently. It's not good. Titanium Mambo gimbal. Oh, okay. So the Mambo or Tango 2 gimbals are actually looking fairly fucking decent. Did you test the last one?
Nope.
Okay, so there was another update this week, and we have to make one final adjustment to the mold, and then we'll be able to manufacture them at scale. So yeah. They will not be $1,600 each, but you are free to pay that much money for them. All right, so the big red circle goes around April 14th. Well, okay, on April 14th, I will resume building the MFE Fighter. It's about 60% done. Bathroom project. What? Somebody's been following pretty well.
I'm just trying to see like why April 14th.
Oh, that's just a random date that we picked.
Oh, okay.
To well, I can't say it anymore. There is no legal way to word this. Bathroom project. Yeah, how the fuck does he know? Have we talked about this? I guess we can talk about that. So my roommate, when we moved in August, he was like, I don't like the bathroom. I hear water in the background. Is that hydroponics? Yes, it is. We got a hydroponic system here in the office. Somebody smashed my radio at a party I was filming at. I was crushed, barely got to use it, and it was an ethics Mambo. Holy shit. Let us know what broke, man.
Yeah, send us a message. We can see what we can do. It's likely a pretty easy fix, because, you know, it's not that
usually
many
it's
parts.
just plastics, right? Unless the PCB broke, but then like you
That would be
Hulk smash. Where was I? Oh yeah, bathroom project. So we moved into a new place.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, I know. Okay. Ah, right. Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook already.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah, so the bathroom project. We moved into a new place in August with like another roommate, and there's 2 bathrooms. So he's like, I don't like my bathroom. How do you like yours? And I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I don't care about mine. I don't like it, but you know,
I've used yours and it's completely fine, except for the bathtub.
It's stupid, but it's fine. Like, okay, we changed the wooden thing, like to a plastic, fake wooden thing.
Okay.
Because like the wood that was in there was fucking moldy.
Okay.
It was not a nice bathroom. It's still not a nice bathroom, but you know, whatever. Like I don't own it, so fuck the landlord, right? Fucking 19-year-old lady that fucking owns my house. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm not fucking fixing her fucking bathtub or bathroom. So I was like, no, I'm fine. You know, we'll be good. And my buddy, he was like, project time. And he's German, like not just in nationality, but also in mindset.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's German. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, top of the line. Like the tiles are like 2 meters by 60 centimeters, or 1.5 by 60 centimeters, which makes them super fucking expensive.
It's fucking large.
It's super fucking expensive, and he had to buy like a special machine just to cut them. All right, like this is like the level of involvement. There is like I think he gave himself a 1.5 millimeter tolerance.
Okay.
On every cut that he makes. Right, but
1.5.
But 1.5 is for 2 tiles, so you have 0.75, and they add up. Right, so like if it's plus 0.75 here, it's got to be plus 0.75 here. So the bathroom's still not done. He's still using my bathroom after 6 months.
Over 6 months.
Yeah, over 6 months. His girlfriend is like fucking not happy about it. Let's just put it this way. And yeah, like so that's the bathroom project. It's ongoing, and like there's like, so the shitter from my end is like connected through a tube, and it goes down the tube like 1 floor down, and then there's like a T connection, and then it goes down into the ground, right? So he had to remove his toilet.
Yeah.
So now the shitter tube is open. Right? So I mean, just like that's already like one thing, like one reason to fucking hurry up with this. But anyway, like
right, because you're on top, you're on the top floor.
Yeah. So every time every time he takes a dump in my toilet, it lands in his fucking bathroom. Oh. So yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
it's super fun to.
Have you ever taken a shit while he's working on his bathroom?
Well, he's been working on the bathroom while I'm taking a shit. Yes, but like once he hears the flush, he's got it clear. I mean, I'm not saying like there's shit like coming out, right? But you can smell it.
Yeah. Did you have to like remind him?
No, I
Dropping
don't.
bombs.
Yeah. Fire in the hole. So yeah. Anyway, it looks it looks fucking nice though. I gotta say, like.
Oh, is it done?
No, it's not. It's not even remotely done. But
what?
but it looks fucking nice. Like he's done the tiles.
Mm-hmm.
He's done the outline of the
Shower?
of the shower. Yes, thank you. And I think he's done the sink. So toilet is last.
He built the sink himself, or he bought something?
No,
and
he
installed it?
bought something and like he's installing it and like he's custom cutting the tiles around and
Right.
you know, I don't know. Look up below. Tell him to shove a rag in it. Yeah. So it's covered. It's covered, right? And I think eventually he got like a plastic, like a seal or something to like shut it up for good. But like for a couple of weeks, it was pretty hilarious. Are any shipping options from TBS to America halfway decent right now? Okay, so as I mentioned before, the worst is over. So the complaints you hear right now is from people who ordered 2 weeks ago, and those packages are clearing right now. We still expect things to be a little shaky for the next 2 to 3 weeks. However, like if you are ordering TBS Economy, the previous shipping time was like 6 to 9 days. I would say right now it's about 10 to 15 days. So right around 2 weeks. Anybody in US getting Tango 2 version 3 boards? I have a first edition. Usually with the boards, you try to contact the dealer if they have it on their site and they're out of stock, because they're super rare. So the dealers will actually have to talk to us, and we have to arrange some stock for them. Otherwise, you can just place an order from our site if you are in the US. I mean, it's going to be a wait anyway, so you can just order them from us, assuming that they're not in stock. Schnorr FPV just says Powerflip has them.
Yeah, talk to them.
Yeah, check. Are we going to see better gimbals for the Tango 2 with 500 hertz support? What? So the hertz support is limited by Freedom TX and not by the Tango 2. Don't believe what everybody's saying on the internet. I don't know. We have like an anti-marketing team. They're like making up things that we're not compatible with, just for the fucking fun of it, right? So yeah, upgraded gimbals. I think, well, we touched it briefly. I don't know if you just joined or not, but there are version 2 gimbals underway. Or actually, it's version 3. Like version 1 was the Tango, the OG Tango. Version 2 was Tango 2 and Mambo. And we're working on the version 3 gimbals for quite some time. There's been a couple of like delays due to COVID and all this shit, but it's looking fairly decent right now. So we're expecting a rollout of those about May. They will be compatible, so you can upgrade your existing Tango 2s and Mambos, and they won't cost that much. But there's something to be reckoned with, I would say. Like, you see Chris's face the first time I let him try it.
I don't recall.
He's like, this was his face. And Chris does not surprise easily.
That is true.
He's like, you can stand in front of him, wow, and he'll just like, whatever.
He'll yawn.
Yeah, he's like, just woke up, man. Yeah, there's no bling. There's They are just like form follows function, basically. Yeah, we played a lot with different kinds of materials. Yes, we also played with metal. Yeah, at the end of the day, what we settled with is what we settled with, and I think that they're probably not going to be as good as the AG Gimbals, but the AG Gimbals, how much are they? Like $120 each?
Something like that, yeah.
So you're basically paying more for your remote, for your gimbals than for your remote, or for your upgrade gimbals than for your remote, right? Yeah, I would say that we got about 90%, 95% there.
Why do I feel that the OG Tango is faster than the Mambo? Could be the smoking and drinking. Faster? Well, what do you mean by faster, though?
Yeah.
Like in terms
So
of
you, I mean, it's gonna be faster, right? So the OG Mambo, for those of you that don't know, is the only remote that does CRSF v3 at this moment. So that's a speed upgrade. The second thing is we don't have an OpenTX loop time thing going on. So that's another upgrade, which like all in all is gonna probably save you like a millisecond.
Quick question: when will the Fusion be back in install? Ooh, the Fusion is a good question.
Okay, we have a chip shortage edition Fusion coming out. When?
We're doing some modifications, so in about a week or so.
Max, I would say, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
ordered. It
Yeah.
should be here pretty
Yeah.
soon, and then, yeah, these are completely, like not completely. We had to remove a couple of chips. Still regret not buying the Tango One. They're in stock right now.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Holy shit! How did we get the screens?
You do not want to know.
Holy crap!
I had to suck somebody's dick, probably.
All right, that's it. All right.
Yeah, it's all right. Just give me them fucking screens. But I have the Ethics Mambo and it does CRSF v3. It'll do it eventually, yes. I'm just saying, like right at this fucking moment, Tango 1 is the only one that does CRSF v3 on the TX side. But it's actually not really CRSF v3, it's just like a prototype. So yeah, the Steezy FPV, or is that, yeah? So I don't really want to disclose too much, but I would get those Tango 1s if you've been thinking about buying one.
Other stuff on the side.
It says out of stock.
I'm pretty sure it's out of stock.
I checked yesterday, man.
I did too. What time?
Are you fucking kidding me? Let's have a look. There.
Well, the battery upgrade in the way.
Yeah, so you gotta get the one with the battery upgrade. That's with 4 18650. I'll sell you mine for 500. Don't fucking scalp, man. That's not cool.
Remember the screenshot I sent you last night?
No.
The X4, the Hubson.
Oh yeah.
So this thing, it's now $226.99. I think Australian dollars.
It's probably got like a ST chip in there that you can take out.
I started with that drone like 7 years ago.
Roswell, so you do have CRSF v3 between the receiver and your KISS flight control. All right. So there's 3 stages, like 3 individual upgrades that can happen to your link. One is between the radio and the TX module. One is between the TX module and the RX, and then another one is between the RX and the flight controller. Currently, the RX and the flight controller are the only ones who, like, in mass have access to CRSFV3. So this is what you're seeing. Room for HD0 RX PCB in Tango 1. I'm pretty sure there's room, but it's gonna be fucking hard to get an analog signal out, right? Does it have an analog? I don't know. There should be room. Like, there's plenty of room in the Tango 1.
How do you get the video into the Tango?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need an analog out from the HD0. You need to remove the RX module.
Yeah.
And then you need to find the pin out of those RX 5808s. And then you need to solder the ground and the video in there. At this moment, only the OG Tango has the CRSFV3, yes. And the Ethics Mambo will have it later on, yes. Tango, not Mambo, okay? All the Mambos are the same, like in terms of hardware. The Ethics version is just refined on the outside.
Yo, it's a weird time for a live stream. Well, just to be clear, we never schedule.
Yeah, we don't, like, we freestyle. This is the company motto.
Literally, he walked into the office like, hey, let's do a stream. I go, okay. Alright, let's go.
What does CRSFV3 improve on? Just the latency or anything else spicy in there? Well, it gives us, how do I word this? It gives us the ability to do more. Like CRSFV2 is reaching a point where it's very limited, or it's very limiting. Let's put it this way. So yeah, CRSFV3 will allow us to do more because we can put more data through, and we can put data through more intelligently. Like, it will allow us to utilize the hardware that's in your flight controller. It will allow us to utilize the full power of it. Same with the radios. If you have a more powerful radio like the Radio Master, we will be able to do higher speeds. If you have a less powerful radio like the QX7 or the X9
X9D?
then you won't get as much, but you'll still get more than you do currently, right? So there's just like, unless you have a QX7 with the baud rate limiter installed from factory. On my Ethics Mambo, when I go to radio settings, etc. protocol, yes, it'll say CRSFV3 because the Ethics or the Mambo in general, the communication is on the chip, so there is no protocol. So we just default to the highest to show you the highest speed. So there's actually, like, because it's on the same chip, there is no protocol being used to talk, right? So on your, let's say you have a Radio Master or a Turnigy or whatever, you plug in your radio module. The OpenTX chip talks to your Crossfire chip or to your Tracer chip in the module through serial. And if you communicate through serial, you have to have a protocol. So that's CRSFV2 or CRSFV3. In the case of the Mambo or Tango 2, they are on the same chip, so they use memory function procedure calls or whatever it's called to talk among each other. So yeah, the real CRSFV3 is faster, yes. So but in the case of the Mambo, like, you can't go faster, right? It's like there's no delay between it because there is no communication happening. It's so right now we take like a struct in C, and we pack it and then we send it through the serial line. Whereas on the Mambo we take a struct in C, we write it to RAM, and then from RAM the OpenTX side picks it up, or vice versa, right? So, any progress on HDX for the Mambo? Yeah, so I talked about this. I'm just gonna do a quick recap. We are still battling with one final issue. Things are, I wouldn't say back to normal, but they are normalizing. The guy that is actually working on this the most, he just got his Hong Kong visa approved.
Ooh, nice.
So he will be able to come to Hong Kong once he's allowed to leave Ukraine. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he will be much more calm in Hong Kong with the way that they're dealing the quarantine situation, but I sincerely doubt that it's as bad as Russians over here. Yeah. Will it be an update firmware for CRSF v3 or a hardware upgrade? It's all firmware. So all of your hardwares are safe. Is this stuff going to be fixed by racing season in the US? I hope we have CRSF v3 by then again. Oh, okay. Maybe let's talk about real quick about the CRSF v3 issue on Beta Flight and Crossfire. So, Jan, yes, Jan, we know. We are fully aware of this. Unless you have 3 kids or you are unfit for duty. So, the CRSF v3 issue on the receiver is so that there have been reports of like micro failsafes or even like prolonged failsafes. But when we studied the OpenTX logs from those people, we saw that there was like no breakup. The link was perfectly working at all times. So that got our head scratching. It's like, why is there a failsafe? So as it always is, like it takes like a week or two to narrow it down because some people have hardware issues, and then you're like, oh, okay, well then it's a hardware issue. His cable broke, and that's why it wasn't working. But then like you get more and more reports, and then yeah, finally we narrowed it down to the baud rate negotiation for CRSF v3 between. I'm not trying to single out Betaflight here, but every report that we've had so far has been from Betaflight, except for one, and that report was not substantiated to be that issue. So, what we are doing right now is we have done a complete re-evaluation of the protocol on our end, as well as Betaflight has done that on their end, and Betaflight has come back with a handful of suggestions that they have implemented in a beta build. We have been working on this for the entire week right now to like build our side against it and also optimize it further. So yeah, the best guy is on it. We are going to fix this. We're going to fix it right, and then we are going to make developer notes for ArduPilot and iNav and all the other flight controllers who have implemented CRSF v3. So the end result will be that it's going to be a more robust protocol. There are even going to be even less chances of failure, and it's going to be way more resilient. The issues that we are seeing right now is on hardware that is poorly designed. I was thinking about a nicer way of saying it. I'm not going to name the brands that have the most issues, but it looks like it's the F7s that are affected the most. And yeah, this is what we can tell so far. So it seems to be related to some kind of noise on the serial line or whatever. That seems to be the highest contributing factor. Yeah. I did the explanation before with the hand signs. Jimmy still sends me that fucking picture every fucking day. Yeah.
Oh, you're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah. How will EdgeTX work then? Will there be a firmware in Agent X, or can we flash it with the EdgeTX configurator, or a custom firmware? So,
HTX, right? Just
no,
the configurator?
no, it's gonna flash through
Agent.
TBS. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, there is currently it's only for developers. I don't know if it's plural. I gave one guy the access, maybe I might have shared it. They have access to publish firmware on Agent X and Agent M. So, we are actually going to open this up. So if you have Agent, like if you remember, there are like Agent X IDs, right? I'm not yet sure whether we will be making it available for the public or whether we will be making it available for select few developers only. This is still we're still trying to figure it out, okay? But basically what you will be able to do is you will be able to publish, or somebody will be able to publish firmware into your Agent X, and then they can publish the code. You copy paste that code, and then you will see that firmware in your Agent X, and you can just flash it. And obviously, like for example, the official OpenTX and official EdgeTX, they will each get their code, and then we'll be having scripts run in the background that will pull their latest release and put it into Agent M or Agent X, whatever, right? So you'll be able to flash it from there. Now, I'm aware that there are compile level options, which are super annoying for a solution like this. But that's why we are contemplating to open it up so that people can make like a no heli build and share the code, and then just install it that way. This is currently the best option that we have, because we can't be compiling firmware for you all the time, and in order for it to work with Agent X, the firmware needs to be located on our firmware server. That's just how it goes. So yeah, if you have any questions about that process, I don't think I've talked about this yet publicly. Like, I've talked about it with a couple of developers before, and it's still very much in play. But again, like with all the HTX and OpenTX stuff, it's been like on the back burner. I quickly hacked together like a portal where they can upload shit, and eventually like it will be made. Like I said, not yet decided whether it's going to be fully public or whether it's going to be linked to something. I don't know. We're not going to charge for it, that's for sure, right? Like, it's not going to be something
That would be ridiculous.
Where you have to pay $50 in order to upload your custom firmware or something. Oh, dude, I know companies that charge for this type of shit. Will we ever see Whoop FCs with Crossfire or Tracer on board? Yes. I don't know what's up with those. They're actually in production already.
Is that the one
you
saw?
Yeah, it's from another company, right?
Right.
Yeah. Do you have it here?
Yes.
Are we?
I think Chris had. I'll check.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to show it. I'll just show it anyway.
Okay. I was waiting for you to say that.
Schöne Grüße aus Vorarlberg. Thank you, Hillside FPV. I might be able to make it home pretty soon. I don't think it's a league. I think we've talked about this before.
No,
We have never talked about this.
No.
Okay, well here it is. This is just so that you can see that there's only one board, top and bottom. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet drone. This is the clone antenna. There's like so much weight in this already. Yeah, so there it is. I tried to upgrade my Tango 2 to the latest generation firmware and it hung, but upgrading to 4.x worked. Do I need to do something special? No, Benson. You should just I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe you're missing the Freedom TX upgrade. So try and upload both from bootloader. If it's newbie drone, can you change the damn motor plugs? Like, okay, well, if it's newbie drone, then I couldn't change it, right? Because I'm not newbie drones. So if it's newbie drones, then talk to newbie drones. Alright, I think newbie drones email service just exploded. Open it up and I think it will be a win for everyone. I love the hardware, but lockdown software isn't great for people like me who love tinkering. Yeah, okay, failsafe. This we're not against tinkering, not even by a long shot. Obviously we love people who are developing software to work with our hardware, right? We sell hardware, we don't sell software. We've never charged a single cent for software. So if you want to do it for us, free of charge, like yay, go you. The issue is revolving around security, right? So we have certain obligations to the security of our protocol. Like I don't know if you saw the post that JB posted. We've been aware of this like for a couple of months now. Like there's a guy who hacked the Crossfire protocol. He can basically listen to it and he could hijack it. Now, under any normal circumstance for like a regular remote control protocol, no fucking big deal, right? But the advantages of Crossfire being closed source is that we can, first of all, combat this. Like if you have an open source radio protocol, the code is there, so it's super easy to hack. But yeah, so we have certain obligations to remain difficult to hack. Not impossible, but difficult to hack. And we have to make sure that opening up our hardware for flashing your firmware does not allow somebody else to fuck around with it. Right? So, because otherwise you have the situation like you have in the Ukraine right now, where if you launch your Mavic, it will broadcast the pilot's location, and then your enemies will have a listening device, and basically there is a red dot on the fucking GPS map of where you're at, and all they have to do is like, you know, and you're gone, right? So we don't want that. We certainly do not want that. And I don't want to be a fucking idiot that does an illegal flight and then has his GPS location broadcasted everywhere, right?
You still want to go pick up SD cards?
Yeah, I still want to find SD cards. and not have it like the cops find FPV pilots. Trappy, all my friends forcing me to switch to digital. I I just do hardcore acro. I don't know, man. Like just whatever. Like I only fly analog. I don't like the digital thing because like I don't trust it. It's gone like I've had frame drops before and they're not fucking nice at range. Yeah. Is the Power Cube deprecated at this point, or are you still working on firmware upgrades to ensure compatibility with newer versions? So that there are still firmware updates, just because it's the same code as the Evo, and so the FE Vision and the Evo, they share the same code base, and we are working on both of them still in terms of firmware.
Sounds like he needs new friends.
Yeah, definitely. Come hang with us, man. We're way cooler.
Problem solved.
We're gonna force you to stay analog. Yeah, so that's all I can say. Kommt die Mambo auch mit Crossfire in Zukunft? So the question is if the Mambo will have Crossfire in the future. Not in its current state for sure. So the way that it was designed right now is most people already have a Crossfire module, plug that into the back of your Mambo. There's actually a couple of pretty fucking decent mods with the built-in swivel from the Tango 2. It looks pretty nice, and another guy like he made it all internal. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys have heard about the Mambo 2.
Oh yeah, Mambo 2, right.
It's just right around the corner. It's just, we have a few sitting on the desk.
Yeah. Right here, this is the PCB of the Mambo 2. It's not. It's a Micro TX that we repaired the last time. Just to be clear.
Mambo 2 weeks.
Is the 0 milliwatt OSD bug known then? No, it's not. It's not. But probably if you are on 6.13 or 6.14, then it's actually a bug in Crossfire. So please update to 6.16. Can we please get the sheep logo on the Fusion screen when not in the menu? Alright, I'll talk to George. Has anybody built Tracer into a Tango 2 yet? I was hoping to do it a while back, but I haven't gotten around to it. It's possible. It's possible. You can do it, but I don't remember. I haven't seen anybody do it yet. It will fit inside, but you might have to grind a little bit on the gimbals. Like the gimbal frames will be a little bit in the way. And you probably have to. Oh fuck! No, you have to.
Batteries have to stay away.
No, the USB.
Oh.
The USB of the tracer might be in the way. All this security talk got me thinking, can you share any story of a client that pushed Crossfire or any other TBS product the hardest limit? Well, that's gotta be me. I don't think anybody's ever flown as far with any drone or a hobby grade drone as me. But anyway, I can't share any of these things. I'm sorry.
Any way to get the Mambo housing in magnesium alloy?
What?
What?
Yeah, if you make it yourself, you can. Magnesium alloy. Oh, that would be sweet. I think it's like a super light material, right? I'm not sure if I'm remembering this correctly. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Dude, that case looks fucking expensive.
Well, I mean, this is what they're made of, right? Oh, man. It's die castable. So it could work. Wouldn't be too good for the internal antenna though. And the shavings burn so hot. Yeah. Yeah, don't burn magnesium. Is the Fusion significantly better than TrueD module, and why? Well, first of all, I have to say that I'm highly biased. I'm highly pro Fusion. And the reason I think it's better is because it does the signal fusion rather than what the TrueD does.
Just diversity?
Yeah, TrueD is just diversity.
Plus, there's also other benefits, right? If you're already flying Crossfire or Mambo, Tango, or whatever, then you will be connected to the TBS cloud, so then you can do your VTX lead or follow, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Actually, I think maybe next week when we start shipping the chip shortage edition Fusions, we should be doing an episode on the Fusion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to go into any further than that for now.
Speaking of Fusion, Fusion with FatShot HDO2. So remember a couple of days ago, I talked to you about that case where it was like turning off.
Yeah.
For that guy. So if you have a newer version of the HDO2, then you might actually need to do the power lock.
Okay.
If you want to have Wi-Fi enabled, for whatever reason.
Well, it's probably chip shortage edition HDO2s.
Yeah, probably. So it was turning, like the fusion was going off randomly for the guy, and Wi-Fi was on, so I asked him to turn it off, and the problem was gone. So it was a power issue.
Okay. Yeah, if you're not aware, so actually, the high-quality manufacturers got shafted the hardest during the chip shortage, because American companies are affected the most, and most of the power supplies are done by TI, Texas Instruments, and Texas Instruments is their main business is automotive, as far as I know. And automotive suppliers are the main reason why our shit is so fucking expensive. So stop fucking buying cars. Yeah. So probably Fat Shark, just like TBS, like we have a 69 that we had to redesign. We have Nano RX that we had to redesign. The Tango has gone through 3 revisions. The Micro TX has gone through 7 revisions in those past few months, right?
Stop buying calculators.
Calculators, what?
Texas Instruments.
Oh, right. No, I don't think we're competing with Texas Instruments on calculator chips. I don't think so.
Still remember high school forcing you to buy these fucking, like, what, $200 calculators?
Oh, really? No, we had banned. We were not allowed to use calculators.
Because you can do graphs on it.
Yeah,
like,
we
you
were
plot
not allowed.
fucking graphs.
Like no, everything we had to draw by hand.
Damn.
It was fucking holy shit, man. I was so pissed because like they keep telling you you're learning for yourself and not for the school, but then like like if you're supposed to be learning for the real world, it's like our math teacher always used to say, you're not always gonna have a calculator in your pocket, right?
Fucking lie.
And I was thinking like, you are not thinking 4-dimensionally, bro. Like there is gonna be a future where everything is gonna be in your pocket. And I mean, like already back then we had the Nokia, where you had like a basic calculator, and I was thinking like for sure like it's gonna improve in some fucking way, right? And here we go, like right now, like you want to fucking solve, I don't know, an equation, here it is, right? Suck on that, math teacher. No, he was all right, but not very in tune with what the fuck is going on around the world. I wonder when all this will end. in the first half of 2023. So another year of this. Should I need two different models on my Tango 2 for two different quads, or one has nano and the other has micro RX, but they both require different subtrims in Tango 2?
Subtrims?
You should probably look into your flight controller settings, because you do not need two different. So the way that I organize it is I organize it by flight controller, just like I did, or just like we did on the Tango 1. So I have one profile for every flight controller, and so one for Beta Flight, one for INF, one for Ardu Pilot, one for no flight controller at all, wings, right? That's how I organize my models, and it usually works pretty well that way. Plus, you can like add safety, so you can have like Beta Flight on model ID 0, Ardu Pilot on model ID 1, blah blah blah. So if you like turn on the wrong quad or you're on the wrong model, it doesn't bind. Does anyone in chat use follow on Fusion? I know that Benson uses it. I'm not sure if he's still in chat. Went to a fly meetup. There was at least 5 DJI Mini in the air at the same time, and Inspire, and I still was able to fly my analog setup. It was a good day. Yeah, I think the main issue is the DJI FPV system, not the quads. That the quads are super efficient in terms of their use of the spectrum. Oh, okay. You have a KISS. KISS does some weird thing with like an auto correction thing. You would have to talk to either KISS support or to somebody who's familiar with KISS. All right. I think that's it. We've done an hour and 5 minutes. It's an hour more than we planned. I gotta get some stuff done. It's Friday, right?
It is.
Friday.
Oh no.
That song is now stuck in your head.
Oh no. You're back to black.
So yeah, what did we talk about today? Quick summary. Shipping situation. Quick summary. It's clear. It's clearing up right now. There used to be a backlog or a shutdown 2 weeks ago for 2 weeks. So that's where we're at right now. Right now we are working off that backlog, and it's probably going to return to normal in 1 to 2 weeks. Rough date on gimbals. Oh, we've talked about the Tango 2 and Mambo 7 gimbals. The Mambo stock and Mambo ethics gimbal upgrades. They are probably gonna be another month or so. Yeah, and we have talked about this here, which is like a single flight controller thing with Crossfire right now. I think we can say that. It's with Crossfire, so look out for this whenever the company gets around to releasing it. That was close. And any other leaks we did?
We talked about CRSF V3.
Oh, CRSF V3 and the bug in relation to Betaflight or to Crossfire 6.16. If you have any like micro failsafe issues without the receiver or the transmitter like flashing the orange light, then yeah, that's upgrade to 6.17 for now, which disables CRSF V3, and we will have a new upgrade for you available shortly. Any plans for tracer receivers with ceramic antennas? And just what I needed a whoop with Crossfire. All right, cool. 900, why not 2.4?
Not the six.
All right, enjoy, guys. That's it for the leaks today. See ya.
Later.